But the royal exile, the chasm between Meghan Markle and Britain's ancient monarchy, has widened into what experts now describe as an unbridgeable abyss, culminating in what palace sources reveal as King Charles III's unofficial banishment of the Duchess from English soil. This extraordinary development, unprecedented in modern royal chronicles, follows Markle's audacious attempt to secure a private audience at the hallowed halls of Buckingham Palace. A move royal insiders characterize not as genuine olive branch, but rather as calculated chess play in an ongoing battle for public sympathy and narrative control. The monarch's reaction was nothing short of volcanic, a righteous fury encapsulated in what one source described as a stern royal decree. You have absolutely no right to request such an audience. This explosive response illuminates the profound depths of animosity and the irreparable damage inflicted upon an already fragile relationship between the American-born Duchess and the thousand-year institution she briefly served. What initially appeared as a simple personal entreaty has metastasized into a full-blown constitutional crisis, extinguishing any flickering embers of hope for eventual reconciliation. This isn't merely symbolic posturing, it reveals festering discontent within the gilded corridors of royal residences, fueled by Markle's controversial conduct since her dramatic departure from official duties in 2020. The infamous Oprah Winfrey television spectacle, a shocking broadcast brimming with incendiary allegations of institutional racism and calculated neglect, marked a devastating turning point. This media bombshell severely tarnished the monarchy's carefully cultivated image while crafting a narrative of victimhood that numerous palace officials vehemently contest as manufactured fiction. The interview, meticulously choreographed and strategically unveiled, was interpreted not as a heartfelt cry for understanding, but as a precision strike designed to evoke public sympathy and dramatically reshape perception across global audiences. Subsequent criticisms flowing from Markle's camp have consistently been viewed as direct assaults on the venerable institution, cementing an overwhelmingly negative perception within traditional royal circles. Prince Harry's explosive memoir, Spare, has only exacerbated tensions, with numerous insiders convinced that Markle substantially influenced its most controversial revelations, exposing private family conversations and portraying the royal establishment in harsh, unflattering light. This perceived betrayal of sacred family trust, coupled with an apparent prioritization of personal brand building over centuries-old royal traditions, has firmly established Markle as a disruptive force within Britain's most sacred institutional landscape. The carefully constructed narrative championed by Markle and her formidable public relations machinery, casting her as a target of systemic prejudice and relentless media persecution, has failed to fully resonate with significant segments of the British populace. While many citizens acknowledge legitimate concerns regarding media bias and the extraordinary pressures of public scrutiny, a substantial portion views the Duchess's maneuvers as fundamentally self-serving and opportunistic. Her concerted efforts to reinvent herself as Hollywood's preeminent humanitarian, dedicated to philanthropy and social justice crusades, have achieved limited success in rehabilitating her increasingly controversial reputation across the United Kingdom. The glaring disconnect between Markle's public pronouncements and private machinations, seemingly favoring personal advancement over authentic altruistic endeavors, has further alienated her from both ordinary citizens and the ancient monarchy she once joined with such fanfare. Markle's transparent attempts to leverage royal connections for personal advantage while simultaneously demanding privacy amid mounting criticism have underscored a perceived hypocrisy that continues to erode remaining reservoirs of public goodwill and institutional trust. King Charles's unprecedented decision, while not legally enforceable, carries enormous symbolic weight within Britain's complex constitutional framework. Though His Majesty cannot technically prevent a British citizen by marriage from crossing sovereign borders, his declaration effectively exiles Markle from all meaningful royal gatherings and ceremonial functions. This translates to permanent exclusion from state occasions, official ceremonies, and private family celebrations at royal residences, a form of social and institutional banishment representing the ultimate expression of royal disapproval. Highly placed sources within palace walls have made their position crystal clear. Markle's presence is categorically unwelcome, leaving absolutely no room for misinterpretation or potential future reconciliation. The message resonates with unmistakable clarity. Her actions have transgressed a final, unforgivable boundary in the eyes of the sovereign. This dramatic escalation signals a definitive conclusion to any lingering hopes of eventual rapprochement, or healing. The king has established an unequivocal boundary, demonstrating his determination to prioritize the monarchy's dignified image, institutional stability, and unwavering adherence to hallowed tradition over any sentimental attempts to rebuild fractured bridges with his controversial daughter-in-law. This remarkable confrontation underscores the fundamental incompatibility between Markle's modern American aspirations and the deeply embedded traditional values that have sustained the British monarchy through centuries of historical turbulence. Nampalys. Prospect of Markle ever returning to royal life has been extinguished beyond any possibility of revival. Her path back to Windsor favor has been irrevocably sealed, illustrating the permanent damage inflicted upon this once promising relationship and the enduring power of royal protocol when faced with perceived disloyalty. This extraordinary situation serves as a powerful cautionary narrative, highlighting the delicate equilibrium between personal ambition and the unyielding demands of ancient tradition, with potentially catastrophic consequences when that precarious balance collapses. The reverberations of this royal earthquake will undoubtedly continue to shape public discourse surrounding the British monarchy for generations to come, leaving an indelible imprint on both its global reputation and internal dynamics during this turbulent chapter of constitutional history.